Hello and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yes, one of the best games ever, in my opinion. You know, but it's so good. This Resident Evil game is just so awesome. I don't even know how many times I played it. And yeah, let's do this. Here we go. 44 achievements for 1070 gamer score. That's right. There's a little DLC. There is a little DLC in this game. 10 out of 10 difficulty. What? Yeah, really. Completion time, about 35 hours. Now, you might say, why 10 out of 10 difficulty? And that's basically because some of the extra modes are really difficult. There was one I didn't think I was going to even beat. So, you know, we'll go over that. Completion time, about 35 hours. I actually did it originally, and I did it with the playthroughs you see here. And it was about 35 hours I did it. However, in making this video, I had done this a long time ago. So making this video, I was able to follow Optinoob, and Optinoob is one of the best. And he was able to show me how to beat the entire game in 10 hours and get well, for him, platinum, but for me, 100%. So yeah, so I redid it, and I was able to do it in 10 hours. So it depends, 10 to 35 hours, depending on skill. All right, and I'll go over how to do both of those. So playthrough 1. Leon. All right, so basically you have Leon A story, his main story, which goes with Claire's kind of B story, and then you have Claire's A story, which goes with Leon's B story. It's like two parts to it. All right, it changes things up a little. It's kind of cool. So the first four, let's just say you're the average gamer and you're not like some pro or anything. Playthrough number 1, Leon A assisted difficulty. And then playthrough 2, you can do Claire B assisted difficulty, and that'll like finish the full story. There you go. Playthrough number 3, Claire A assisted difficulty. Assisted, by the way, is the easiest. And playthrough number 4, Leon B assisted difficulty. And by the way, once you do that, the B mode, you also get the true ending, which is another achievement. All right, playthrough number 5, Leon S rank standard difficulty, and playthrough number 6, Claire S rank standard difficulty. And for this, you basically have to do a speed run of sorts to get it on an S rank. That's why you can do it on standard. You don't have to do it on hardcore for both characters. And originally I did it on standard, not hardcore. So for standard, we'll say, you need to complete scenario A, 3 hours and 30 minutes, and you have to do scenario B in 3 hours. So yeah, so if you were going to do hardcore, it would actually be 2 hours and 2.5 hours, and then 2 hours. So it's much harder with the speed. And you could use whatever you want. You could use infinite weapons. You could save as many times as you want. Now, if you want S+, just so you know, S+ is not required for this game for achievements. But if you did want to do S+, you have to do the same time limit. But you can only use 3 saves or less. You can use infinite combat knife, which you unlock eventually. I think for getting all the Mr. Raccoons. But you can't use infinite weapons. So yeah, so that is a challenge to get S+. To be honest, I've never gotten S+ because I can't not save. Yeah. But the guide I'm going to put up with by Optinoob will show you exactly how to do it. Yeah, and so that's that. I mean, good luck with that. It's not that hard on standard, but you know, it's a challenge. Playthrough number 7 and 8. Leon hardcore difficulty and Claire hardcore difficulty, and you can do this however you want. You just have to beat it. All right, so you can use infinite weapons. The best infinite weapons, however, you get an S+ rank, which is why this is one of the only Resident Evil games that I do not have an infinite rocket launcher. But whatever. All right, and then playthrough number 9, we'll go over that. Playthrough number 9 is all the extra modes. There's one you have to do that's part of the game, and then there are DLC kind of ones where they're not really DLC, but there are extra modes where you have to go, and then there's one that is impossible, right? And it's not impossible, I did it, but yeah, it's pretty darn hard. All right, so category number 1. Wait, before we go to that, so what the Optinoob's guide is going to show you how to do, it's going to show you how to get almost all of the achievements and the challenges that you're going to have to do, which we'll go over, on hardcore, with Claire, with the speed run getting S+. So if you do that the first time around, then you could kind of just do the rest and collect everything from the other characters, the collectibles. And yeah, you could do it in 10 hours if you want. So I was able to do it the second time. Actually, I'm gonna put up a video of me doing it. I'm gonna put up my gameplay. But I was not able to get S+. I was only able to get S. So the video will help If you watch his thing, he'll go through all that. So story achievements, category 1, 9 achievements for 210 gamer score, and these are the ones you'll get for completing Leon and Claire's story. All right, there you go. Category number 2, miscellaneous achievements, 12 achievements for 220 gamer score. And number 1 is That'll Hold 'Em, 20 gamer score. Use wooden boards to board up a window. You'll find wooden boards all over, and you just have to put it on the window. Most of these you're going to get without even trying. All right. Number 2, don't need no stinking gun. 20 gamer score. Defeat an enemy with a knife. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have a knife. When you do use a knife, it's a defense weapon. They come at you, and you will lose the knife in them. You have to make sure you grab it after they're dead. All right, number 3, eat this, 20 gamer score. Counteract with a sub-weapon. And that's the same thing I was just saying with the knife. As long as you have a knife or a grenade or something like that equipped, and, you know, you'll be able to use that as like a, you know, a counterattack, you know, so you won't get hurt. So you just have to do it once, but you'll do it many times. For the basics of survival, combine 2 items together. You'll do that easily for gunpowder or herbs. Number 5, customizer, 10 gamer score. Customize a weapon. You'll find customizations all over the place. In fact, the guide will show you how to pick up all of them. Optinoob's guide. All right, so number 6, Bon Appetit, 20 gamer score. Shoot the grenade you fed to an enemy. So when you do a counterattack and you put a grenade in, let's say a zombie's mouth or something, you then have to shoot their mouth, and then it will explode before it's supposed to explode. Because normally a grenade would go off at some point, right? So just shoot it before it blows up, and you'll get that. 7, hats off. 20 gamer score. Shoot Tyrant's hat off his head. So there's this guy, and his name is Mr. X, and he is one of the most menacing people chasing you. All right, menacing. What a word. And he's creepy. So at any point in the game, you just have to shoot his hat off. And he's still mad. He doesn't get any more mad. It's just he has no hat. So yeah, just got to do that. 8, keep their heads ringing. Paralyze a licker's sense of hearing. So you just have to use, by the way, lickers, if you walk slowly next to them and you're not like right near them, they cannot see you because they cannot see. So all you have to do is walk slowly by them and you will get by them. Unless it's, you know, a couple instances where you can't. So you just have to use a flash grenade by them, and then you get this achievement. Number 9, like skeet shooting. 20 gamer score. Shoot a dog, zombie dog, or a licker out of the air. Now, you can do this at any point when you have dogs or lickers in this game. But the easiest one I found was when there's this one point where you're in this like fenced area and you have to turn on a generator. It's down by the parking garage. I don't remember exactly all the details, but the dogs are trying to climb over the fence. There's also another fence out in the playground by the basketball court where they're trying to go over, but I think they jump right over. But this little area by the in the car garage area, they're like climbing over the fence, and I shot it as it came down, and that's how I got it. I actually got it by accident, so that was pretty good. All right, 10, treasure hunter. Using the photo hints, find 2 hidden items, and I'm pretty sure that in the guide, Optinoob will show you exactly where to find them and how to do it in the second playthrough when you're not being timed. And so for this, you just need to find these like kind of photo rolls, and then there's a photo room in the police department. So you'll go through the secret entrance, go back to the police department, and then once you get back there, you'll go to the photo room and you will develop the film and you'll find the 2 hints. I think you might have to go use them. You'll see in the guide. To be honest, he'll show you. All right, 11, zombie roundup. 20 gamer score. Kill 3 enemies at once with a sub weapon. You just gotta find a place where there are 3 like zombies, maybe on assisted difficulty, and throw a grenade and hopefully it'll blow the 3 of them up. All right. And 12, chasing Jill. And I feel like this was like a kind of a DLC. Yeah, this is part of the DLC added on. But you can get it in the regular story. 20 gamer score. Read a letter left behind by Jill. And that will be in the gun shop. All right? There you go. So those are the miscellaneous achievements. So for this, category number 3, which I call difficult achievements. This is not like the challenging achievements I have later. This game's pretty hard. All right, difficult achievements. These are pretty doable, but they're difficult. 5 achievements for 110 gamer score. 1 Slick Super Spy, 20 gamer score. Use only the EMF visualizer to complete Ada's gameplay segment. So Ada Wong is in the story. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but I mean it's in the achievements. But as Ada Wong, you're supposed to use this little visualizer. It like scans things and blows them up. you have to do the whole section without using your gun that you have. Just that. Now, it's not impossible. It's pretty easy. In fact, I was able to do it on hardcore finally. I don't know. But, yeah, you can just do it unassisted. It's not going to be super difficult. And, of course, the guides will show you any details you need to see about how to do it. All right, number 2, in the blink of an eye, 20 gamer score, defeat Super Tyrant with 5+ minutes left until detonation. So this one is a Leon story final boss, and you need to just make sure you beat this thing with 5 minutes left. All right, now, and you know where to go if you want to find out how. But it's not super hard. You just got to make sure you don't get punched. All right, number 3. So both of those were Leon's story, by the way. Now this one, number 3, gotcha. 30 gamer score, defeat stage 4G using the crane only once. So it's funny because the first time I got this achievement, I didn't even know what I was doing, and I got it. But there's a part where you have to first fight the stage 4G, and you have to do as much damage as you can to him before you get down to the crane part. And then once you get down to the crane part, you bring back the crane, it'll come back and it has to hit him and knock him off the first time so he can get back up. I mean, you'll understand what I'm saying once you do it. But yeah, you have to do a lot of damage to him first, and the guy will show you. Number 4, young escapee, 20 gamer score, escaped the bedroom within 60 seconds during the Sherry segment. So this is Claire's story now, these two. So this one, Sherry segment, you're in this room, you play as Sherry, and you need to get out of the room. You need to get the puzzle piece, the block, you have to do the puzzle, and then you have to get the scissors and open up the wall, and once you go through the wall, you will get this achievement if it's under 60 seconds. So look at the guide to show you how to do that, or you can figure it out yourself. But yeah, it's difficult. Number 5, with time to spare, 20 gamer score, defeat stage 4G with 4+ minutes left until detonation. So yeah, so this is just Claire's final boss. You just have to do that in the amount of time. All right. Yeah. Any questions? The guide will show you. He'll show you exactly how to do it with what weapons, with everything you find. All right. Category 4, collectible achievements. 9 achievements for 190 gamer score. Number 1, hip to add squares. All right, 10 gamer score. Increase your inventory slots. You'll get that just by finding things to upgrade your inventory. You'll find packs, like side packs. All right, number 2, well, waste of space. Expand inventory slots to max. So if you find every single one, you will get that achievement. And once again, the guide, I'm also going to be putting up guides by PowerPyx that has great collectible guides if you want to just follow that and not watch an entire walkthrough. Optinoob has the entire walkthrough, but for PowerPyx, he just, or she, I don't know, they show you, where each one is, just the collectibles. So so you could look at either of these for a lot of these collectible things. All right, number 3, first break-in. This is where you open a dial safe, which you'll definitely find. Number 4, a vault like mine, open a portable safe. And yeah, and then 5, vermin extermination, 20 gamer score, destroy Mr. Raccoon, which again you'll find. And then 6 and 7 are kind of like they go at the end of that. Master of Unlocking, open all the safes and locks in the game. Number 7, complete vermin extermination, destroy all the Mr. Raccoons. Mr. Raccoons are bobbleheads, by the way. So yeah, so the guides will 100% show you how to where everything is, and you can get all of that by doing it. All right. Number 8, got him. 20 gamer score, destroy all Mr. Raccoons hidden in the Ghost Survivors mode. So Ghost Survivors is actually the extras mode. So you need to find Mr. Raccoons in that mode, including No Way Out, which is the hardest one. There's one Mr. Raccoon in there. So you just have to find all of them. The guides will show you. Number 9, Lore Explorer, 20 gamer score. Read all of the files. And yeah, you have to do a lot of different in a lot of playthroughs. You need to go back. Leon's playthrough, Claire's playthrough, and then there's a way you have to go on the other one, the B mode. And now for Claire's playthrough, you don't have to play a second time. I think you get to stop at one point at the lab. Yeah, but I know it's not clear, but the guides will show you where it is. Just follow those. But you do have to play for a bunch, and you have to do it on multiple different playthroughs. Claire's playthroughs, Leon's playthroughs. They're like split between them. All right, category number 5, challenge achievements. 3 achievements for 90 gamer score. Now, these are not challenging achievements. These are challenge achievements. I mean, they're challenging, but you know what I mean. Number 1, minimalist. These are my favorite types of achievements, by the way. Minimalist, 30 gamer score. Clear the game without opening the item box. Oh, yeah. You just got to use what you have. Number 2, Frugalist, 30 gamer score. Complete the game without using a recovery item. Now, that means you cannot heal. Ha! So on assisted difficulty, I believe your health starts to regenerate a little bit because yeah, it's the easiest difficulty. So it'll start to regenerate if you get hit. So that's what I suggest doing this on, unless you want to try it on the hardest difficulty, which is also possible. And number 3, small carbon footprint, 30 gamer score. Take 14,000 steps or fewer in one playthrough. So if you're doing the speed run, you'll probably get this. And Optinoob will show you how to do it the first time around. All of this with the hardcore, with the S+, yeah, all 3 of these things. So it's pretty cool. So they're a challenge for sure, because they're challenge achievements. And category 6, challenging achievements. 6 achievements for 250 gamer score. And I already went over some of these. Leon S. Kennedy is for completing standard or hardcore and S rank. Sizzling Scarlet Hero is the same thing, but for Claire. Hardcore College Student is for Claire's story on hardcore, and Hardcore Rookie is Leon's story on hardcore. So yeah, you can do all that in one playthrough if you well, 2 playthroughs if you want, or you can do it and split up. Now number 5, Grim Reaper, complete the 4th Survivor Extra Mode. This is where you are a survivor trying to get out and get to safety, and it is hard because you have a limited amount of stuff you have to do. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculously hard, but I actually did do a whole bunch of pacifist runs for these things. I tried almost every one of the extra modes, and I have the regular. So I'll put those up also so you can watch them. But this one is really challenging to get out. I wasn't sure if I was going to beat it at first, and then I beat it a couple times since then. And there are great guides. For this, I'm also going to be putting up IFreeMz guides too. You know, Optinoob has his DLC guides for this. I'm going to put up those and IFreeMz. They're both awesome. And so what happens with this is Hell of a Sheriff, probably one of the hardest things I've ever completed. There are a couple. 4th Survivor, then there is No Time to Mourn, and there's I forget what they're all called, but there are a whole bunch of bonus extra modes. You need to complete every single one of them to unlock No Way Out. Now you could use training mode for all those other ones. You just can't use it on No Way Out. You need to complete No Way Out scenario with no training mode, which is you're in this little shop, the shop from the beginning of the game, and you need to survive 100 zombies. And let me tell you, this is one of the most difficult things. So yeah, you can do it though. Do not give up. And I will put up, I'll put up a guide for that because it is really challenging. I think I'll put up the guide that I used originally to do it. Yeah, this was one of the hardest things. Just trying to survive at the little amount of space. All right, so wow, so you probably feel overwhelmed and like frustrated, like I can't do this. You can do this, even though it's 10 out of 10 difficulty. You can do this, even if you get everything until hardcore, and then you work through that. The rest of it is not super challenging. You can definitely do most of this game easily. Just don't give up. All right, let me know what you think about this game. Let me know what was difficult, what wasn't difficult, how you played it. There are so many different ways to play these Resident Evil games. How, did you do the game on hardcore with no box, whatever? Did you do, whatever. Let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this game. It's fantastic, and I'll see you next time on the Achievement Planner.